Hello and Happy New Year to everybody. This week I actually have the house to myself, so I thought it would be fun to bring you along with me on what I look like just puttering around the house and doing random projects for this new year. Did I say Happy New Year already? Happy New Year. I am very excited about 2026, and I thought for the next couple minutes I could just tell you about my 2026 vibes and plans. 2025 was kind of rough. I feel like this past fall, things were just like emotionally hard. I feel like I'm also in my Saturn return. So I do feel like things are challenging right now. And with the Chinese zodiac, also, we were in the year of the snake, which I'm sure you've seen a lot of online of just slithering by and shedding layers. And I really feel like this fall was that for me, just growing into this new self, which is hard and especially hard to do when I feel sometimes like I've taken a couple steps back by moving back in with my mom for a bit. But in 2026, we are basically having an attitude adjustment, and I feel like it's already started to take place. One of the things is this idea that, I've like come to work on projects, work on my writing while I live with my mom for free, which is such a privilege. And really having like an attitude adjustment about that, like just how lucky I am to have this time where I'm living with my mom, which I might not ever do again after this period of time. And also just having such a privilege to like spend time on writing and I don't know, figuring things out myself and not feeling rushed or desperate for anything. So that is sort of the attitude adjustment that I'm coming into 2026 with. And on February 17th is the Chinese New Year, and we will be coming into the year of the horse. And I think it's the fire horse, which is the year of the horse signifies youth, opportunity, a fast pace life, and things are just going to be happening. And the fire horse, I think, like adds to that as well. There are going to be people online who can speak on this far better than me. I am by no means an expert. I have dipped a toe into the zodiac world, but I'm really excited about what I've heard the horse represents. And I feel like it's exactly what I need in my personal life, is just more fast paced. Things have been really slow, and I'm really excited to just get things in motion. With that being said, I thought it would be fun to take you through my 2026 punch cards that I made. Now, normally with the new year, I very much am just kind of like a vibe. I'm like, I want to have more conviction this year, or I want to be more patient this year. And that can be nice to not put so much pressure on yourself at the beginning of the year. But because I've had such a strange year, the last year, I thought that I would just have a new me, new year situation. So this has been a TikTok trend, and I must say it is so much more fun to do the things that you see on TikTok, the crafts, than to just watch other people do them. So you've probably seen this before, but I'm going to take you through my 2026 punch cards. Maybe this goes without saying, but like it's like a punch card, how if you get 10 cups of coffee, you get the 11th cup of coffee free. And then each time you go to the coffee shop, they punch one purchase that you've made. But the idea is that you have these like year-long goals, and then you can just make a punch each time you are chugging along with that goal. And I feel like this is a great way to not get bogged down by the 12-month plan where you really only see the fruits of your labor after an entire year. Here, it's like, I can really focus on one card here, or I can do a little bit of all of them, and I get sort of a dopamine hit whenever I punch the card, which I bought a little heart-shaped hole puncher. It is very cute. You'll see some of these are already punched out because I'm working hard this year. So 2026, this first one is a little bit embarrassing, but I'm speaking my truth here. I want to get paid on social media at least 5 times this year. I think I can do this. I've worked really hard to grow sort of a following and also just express myself online. Like, it's not even really about the following, that I don't know, I just would like to see some fruit from that labor. Next one, another embarrassing one. We're just starting with the heavy hitters here. Do an open mic, and I'm sorry, all these are going to be backwards. I'm a millennial. I'm doing the backwards camera. Sorry. But I songwrite. I play guitar. My singing voice, a lot to be desired. But I think doing an open mic is really helpful for me to just express myself. I've done it once before and I was like, cool, I'm gonna wait a couple years because that was really intense. So if I can do one this year, that's just one punch. I can get a reward for myself. I haven't thought of any of the rewards yet. So if you have ideas that aren't just like buying myself something nice, which love to do that too, let me know in the comments because I need to think of the rewards for this. Okay. Next one, apply for jobs. I need to do this at least 10 times. Getting a job. See, only one little punch is needed for this one. Sal is my dog, and I want to teach Sal some tricks. I have 6 little paw prints here that I'll punch out. And this could be in addition to the training that he's already doing with like crate training, or it could be a brand new trick, like a classic trick. Go on 2 dates. That's all I'm setting up for myself this year. That's all I can take. If something happens, great. But honestly, there was a time when I went on like 15 plus first dates one year, and it was a lot. I was on the apps. I haven't been on the apps for a couple years now. And frankly, I'm having just as many good first dates now as I was then, which is to say about 0. So I'm going to go on 2 dates because I think it's good to, you know, keep up with it, but also I don't really feel like a pressure this year to like make that happen. No TV day. This was something I did during the Artist Way, during like the reading deprivation period. I did TV deprivation and phone deprivation, and it made me realize how much of my day I dedicate to watching TV. And when I don't do that, seeing how much time I have in the evening is pretty remarkable. So if I can do this, I mean, I should be able to do this more than 10 days in a year, but genuinely, like, I'm gonna give myself a reward for no TV. Writing 10,000 words. So there's 6 bows here, meaning if I can write 60,000 words, that would be incredible. 60,000 words is always my goal with writing like a manuscript or a novel. I've done it twice now. This is a really important one for me because I know I can do it, but I want to do it really well. And I'm sure I will take you along my writing journey this year as well. So this is about reading fiction books, nonfiction books. Arizona outings, you can see I went on one. So the little heart is punched out of this tumbleweed. New year, new me. This is like the most stereotypical new year I've ever been. I'm working out a lot right now. It started mid-December and I'm just carrying that over. And I'm basically doing 4 workouts per week of lifting weights. Now, this is really like my first time ever like actually lifting weights. If I can do 6-week workout bundles and I just do 5 of them this year, that's like 30 weeks, and there's 52 weeks in a year. So that still is like 22 weeks that I wouldn't be doing it. I want to volunteer. I'm sure I can do this way more than 10 times this year, but I just want to get myself in the pattern. Okay. I want to bake something monthly. I've already baked something, so you can see my little punch out there. I baked a Yule log with my mom this new year, and it was so fun. No scroll days. So for me, creation is okay. It's just the doom scrolling and watching. So if I can go the day without scrolling, that is pretty big for me. And then I would like to create collaboratively. I only did 3 of these because I don't know what that's going to look like this year, but it's on my list of things to do. So that is basically my little punch card system. That's where we're at for the new year. I'm going to show you a couple projects I do this week, and yeah, let's just get started. pardon the way I look, but today we are doing a project, a big project. So I've just worked out. The other projects that I'm going to be doing are like in my mom's house where I'm living right now. She wants to like redo her whole office, and we found these sort of videos of inspiration on Instagram and went to Home Depot, got these like beautiful wood slats. Like I think it's going to look really mid-century modern, and I'm going to show you guys the whole process today. Okay, I'm about to paint this wall. My pants are on inside out because I don't have any like official paint pants. This is gonna be like a dark gray color, so I just taped everything. I took off the outlet covers, well, 2 of them, not the internet cover, and made a little drop cloth out of garbage bag. So here we go. Okay, so I finished the first coat of paint and I think it looks really good. It is very streaky, so I am gonna do a second coat of paint, but I think it's really coming together. We didn't wanna do the entire wall in the boards. We thought that this would like break it up nicely. We'll have like a nice console table there and sort of build it up. This is my mom's office, so this will be like her background of her meetings, and I think it looks very cool. Like I feel like it could be like a groovy record room almost. So I'm excited to get this all like one solid color because as you can see it's pretty streaky here, and then sort of decorate after that. I think it's gonna look good. Next up, I think we do want to redo these curtains, and I want to find a really like mid-century modern print because obviously this does not go at all. But maybe some like warm, rich color, like not quite a jewel tone, but maybe like a burgundy could be interesting, or like, I don't want to make it too groovy. That's more my style than hers, but I'm very happy with how this is turning out right now. And I'm excited that she's out of town, so she gets to like come home to it all done. Okay, I just got a package that I'm very excited about. I think it is this Christmas replacement package. I had gotten a pair of shoes for Christmas and they didn't fit, and they were from like a, I don't know, cheaper brand. And so basically like I returned those and didn't want to like buy from the same brand, and did a bunch of research and like found this brand. And now I'm excited. I'm pretty sure that this is the pair of shoes. So I'm really excited. Let's open it together. I know I'm probably like every influencer you follow, but I got Tabbies and I'm so excited about them. I talked mad shit about Tabbies, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first saw them, like maybe 5 years ago, I first saw them, and I think it was the cost, and I had just never seen anything like it. And then I kind of learned the history and like the design, and I was like, and then I got really into fashion, and I got into like fashion archiving because my roommate was in archiving. And so basically I learned like the Japanese historical like fashion of tabbies with tabby socks and things like that. So Woodchuck Sato is where these are from. And you know, there's a crazy like nail polish smell. Interesting. They have a whole letter in here. I won't read it right now, but okay, this is beautiful packaging. And it's got little woodchucks. Gosh, I really hope they fit. I have very small feet, but I went with my regular size. Okay, so it comes with little tabby socks. Again, the smell is like I'm in a nail salon right now, which is fine, but wow. Okay, so we've got little socks, and then the shoes are individually wrapped. They were a little bit more expensive. They were $180, and the other pair I had gotten was $120. I know this because I was doing the returns and everything, but they were a gift. Okay, wow. Ah! Oh my God, they're beautiful. Honestly, they look just like the Margielas. And like the little tie here is such like a cute detail for like actual ballet shoes. That's what ballerinas do. Oh my God, the smell is crazy. So I was wanting brown ones and they didn't have them. They only had this burgundy color, but these are like brown. Like I feel like if you were getting burgundy wanting red, like you might be disappointed by these, but maybe I have to see them in the sunlight. I don't know, but okay, moment of truth. I'm nervous. I feel like they look big. I have like the smallest feet and they took forever to get here. Oh, I'm so mad. I'm a true 35, and these are 35s. Oh, man. Okay, but I do love the look of them. Okay, so here, I'll show you. Okay, they're so nice, but as you can see, like I feel like they're actually an entire size too big. Damn. They're so cute, though. I love the way they look. God, nerds. Hello, everybody. Today we are going on a 5-hour long hike.
Wish us luck.
Wish us luck. It's called Gooseneck Trail. We'll show you some of the nature we see along the way. What are you hoping to see?
A bird.
A bird, obviously. I hope to see also a bird. Okay, that's it. Where'd they go? We hiked
for 5 hours and 11 minutes, 36,000 steps, and it was like 11 or something miles. I am so exhausted. I'm so sleepy, and I'm reading my book. I'm almost finished with it, 91% of the way through.
I have a pile of sweaters here that has been looking worse for wear, and I've been doing some research, TikTok and Instagram, on how to like properly wash sweaters, especially there's like a couple cashmere ones, so I want to like take care of them. So we're gonna do like a little woolite bath, and I'm actually gonna do it in the bathtub because there's so many. I feel like all the videos I've seen have been in like a bucket. So wish me luck on this journey. It's a different day. Obviously, I look very different, but I thought that I would tell you about this book that I just read. It was very popular the last couple years, so you've probably heard about it, but it's All Fours by Miranda July, and my book club just finished it and we discussed it last night. I was so obsessed with the writing in this book. It's literary fiction, and it's about this 45-year-old woman who decides to drive across the country, but something keeps her from doing it. And I don't want to say much more about like the plot and what happens, but the themes that come out are all about like women's place in the world, even as like an artist or as like sort of non-conforming family, how women still get sort of like trapped in these roles. And I think that the thing that I just loved so much about this writing, it's by Miranda July, who's a multimedia artist. She's done films and other things. I believe this is her first novel, but the writing is just so poignant and descriptive of how it sometimes feels to navigate life, but told through these really strange metaphors that just, you're like, I would have never said it that way, but like, yes, I agree, or I get it, or that's how I feel moving through the world. And I don't think that I relate with the character in a ton of ways, but sometimes like the character is almost like a caricature of sometimes when you feel strange or sometimes when you feel othered in a place, and you just feel like this kind of, I don't know, as someone who maybe was like less conformy, more artsy. I was always called like very artsy, or quirky. And while I think those are like very cute ways to say it, I think the vibe is basically like, you're a little different. And I think that the main character in the narration just like shows what it really feels like to be different and to have these like sort of explosive moments where you feel so enigmatic about life. I know I'm being kind of vague, but I'll read a couple quotes for you that I just thought represented Miranda July's writing style, so you can sort of see what you think about it. Quote 1, I was a throbbing, amorphous ball of light trying to get my head around a motherly, wifely human form. This particular sex had been a matter of life and death, not a romance, but a ladder thrown to me. My friends are always obliging me with ephemera like this, screenshots of sex, emails to their mothers, because I'm forever wanting to know what it feels like to be other people. What were we all doing? What the hell was going on here on Earth? I was busy too, but I always have time to worry. When talking about being an artist, she says, I'm perpetually at a crucial turning point. Everything is forever about to be revealed. At 5 o'clock, I have to consciously dial myself down before re-entering the house, like astronaut Buzz Aldrin, preparing to unload the dishwasher immediately after returning from space. I was no closer to being 65 than 25, but since time moved forward, not backward, 65 was tomorrow, and 25 was moot. She's talking about motherhood in this passage, and how she wishes there could be some sort of acknowledgement of that the relationship of mother and child really happened. And she says, all one could do was free fall through the chaos, madly making sandwiches and washing hair, and hope that there would be some ritual, some time for reflection at the end. When talking about her best friend, she says, my friend, she's very good, like a nun or a saint. Not a prude, just kind of holy. If this age, 45, turned out to be the halfway point of my life, then this moment right now was the exact midpoint. I don't know if those quotes will be able to be made into something for you, but I feel like they just point at the writing of this book being so directly in line with how it feels to be in a transition state, changing, and also to be the type of person that makes meaning from little things. The character's always kind of making meaning from glances, or that, like, sort of, you and I know that this is what this means, even when it's not said out loud, to sort of a mind-ready degree, which is also part of her problem. But as like an artist, she's constantly just making meaning of different things of life and being super observant. Anyway, I thought that the character was so fascinating. I feel like even if I don't relate with this character, I believe that this person really exists in real life. And I feel like that's just a testament to July's writing. And I just really recommend this book. I feel like very lucky that this is kind of the book I started 2026 with. I feel like it's a good omen that I'm going to read a bunch of books that I love this year. If you did read All Fours and you have other books like it that you would recommend, please leave them in the comments because I would love to hear. I've got a big list and I never know where to start. So I hope you liked my quote polls, and if you read it, I would love to hear what you thought about it as well. Okay,